Welcome to part 2 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play. So now that we're done with that pointless level that is Wave Ocean, we have to head to, obviously, our next level in the game. So how do we get to the next level? Well, this is where the unnecessary part comes in, well, as usual. So obviously, since we're chasing after Dr. Eggman, the guards still think we can't pass because, well, we're Sonic the Hedgehog, and we're just a normal bystander. Even though it's clear that their princess is captured, but they're not letting us through. Ugh. So in order to show that we are capable of doing such a task, we have to save a little girl that's stuck on top of a rooftop. How do we get to there? Well, there's a spring, meaning that we have to get under this gap, which leads us to a spring, which will launch us up to the roof. But for some reason, Sonic can't spin dash under the gap, so we have to get another upgrade to waste our money on. So this means we have to walk all the way back to the shop. That's one thing about Sonic the Hedgehog, that's one thing that this game is also infamous for: Sonic's slower speed. And I can see why everyone complained about that. But I think it's because of the precise controls. I think it's because of the precise controls. Also, you know, why would they make that change? I mean, can you imagine going really fast with precise controls? The game would be impossible to play. So I think that's the least they could do at the expense of removing Sonic's most noticeable ability, something that he could do naturally. So now that we got the slide kick, we should be able to get under that gap, or we can just clip through it like that. Yeah, seriously. Even though we just got the slide, we can clip through that gap just fine. It makes me wonder what was the point of getting the slide kick to begin with. So now that we rescued this girl, I think her name is Francesca. Sorry, I can't pronounce that name very well. We are now eligible to get to the desert. Oh, look at this kid. I wonder why he's so happy. I'll tell you what, it involves a lot of weed. Okay, that was terrible, but then again, it might be foreshadowing. So now that we've saved the girl, oh, we can finally enter the second level of the game, Dusty Desert. And now, cutscene.
You're a good girl, Elise. Remember, be brave. Don't cry, no matter what happens.
Mr. Sonic!
Just call me Sonic. Now then, are you okay?
I'm so glad that you came.
I always keep my word.
Sonic!
It looks like a pesky rat has stuck its nose where it doesn't belong. Well, a hedgehog to be more precise. The princess is mine. Until I unlock the secret of the flames of disaster.
Tails!
Got it! Let's
With a
go!
dramatic camera zoom.
I'll take care of you now. An early breakfast for my pet.
Okay, so now we have the very first boss of the game, the Egg Ceberus, which is kind of misleading because he only has one head. Usually a Ceberus has 3 heads, so screw it, I'm just calling him the Egg Hound, because he only has 1 head. So the thing is with the Egg Ceberus, is he'll run around for a little bit and he'll get tired. Yes, for some reason Eggman has installed a respiratory system inside his mech. Heck, so once he gets tired, you can rail grind onto his tail and you can grab the horn. Once you're on the horn, you have to make him run into something. Here's a pro tip: make him run into the statues, because for some reason it does double the damage. Because once you make him run into the statue, half of his health is gone. And so just make sure he runs into the statue, and you'll end the fight quicker. In his second phase, he'll go on top he'll go above the level. He'll go on top of the arena and he'll try to ground pound you. So it's very easy to avoid, but really, a common problem with boss fights is that you're pretty much going to be fighting the camera. Specifically, this is one of two camera problems. Usually, the camera doesn't focus on this boss. It'll only focus on the boss whenever it goes on the top level, but for the most part, it won't. This is actually going to be a similar problem to the second boss fight that we're actually going to be encountering later on. And once you destroy most of its health, it'll be harder to control. But other than that, this boss fight is actually really easy.
Son, I won't let you get away!
And that's it. I would complain that it's really easy, but then again, it is the first boss of the game, so I'm gonna let it slide. I think there's one thing I haven't really touched upon yet, was the music.
Just made it.
Oh well. I'll save it for later. Anyhow, cutscene.
How long is this gonna go on?
Let's split up. I'll get their attention, and you take the princess.
Okay, you be careful, Tails.
Leave it to me.
Actually, that's one thing that's fixed in the PS3 version. If you're playing the Xbox 360 version, Sonic will move his lips without actually talking in that
Hold on
little
tight.
bit.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are in Dusty Desert. This is one of two levels where you actually have to carry Princess Elise, and as such, your moveset is limited. Well, in terms of the upgrades you get. But anyway, hey, the only new ability that you get is this shield by holding down the R1 button, and Sonic and Elise will combine their powers for some reason, and they'll form a shield. And it'll only let you across certain and dangerous hazards like sand or water. It'll also destroy enemies, but I must stress, it is not a shield. You will still get damage if you touch an enemy, but if an enemy touches that shield, it'll still take damage. Makes sense to me. Now, in terms of Dusty Desert, in terms of these kind of levels, ironically, levels like these are actually my favorite parts of the game, really. Hey, they're very open-ended. Like, the first part of Dusty Desert, it's actually very open-ended, and there's a crap load of ways you can get to the gold ring. Not to mention, this level's also really short, too, so I don't mind it that much. It's like here, I could take the lower path and climb that very awkward platforming segment, or I could just take this wall-to-wall jump segment, and then complete the level much faster. So basically, yeah, as I'm gonna say again, the levels where you have to carry Princess Elise, this is actually one of my favorite levels in the game, really. It's short, it's open-ended, and I think it's visually appealing to look at. But since it's short, that's all that the stage can really offer. But yes, that was Dusty Desert. What do you know? I like it. It was fun. I can say that for most of the levels in this game, really. You know, 06 is okay when it comes to level design. There's only one level that I really don't like, and it'll come up soon. Way later in the game.
I have no words to express how grateful I am for your help. You're hurt.
Ah, here we go.
It's nothing.
Don't say that. I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
Smile. Your smile. That's all I need. Eggman mentioned the flames of disaster. Is that why he's after you?
Yes. The name of the sun god our country honors is Ceberus. It is told that Ceberus' rage would destroy the world. His wrath comes in the form of the flames of disaster. 10 years ago, we almost faced the full force of his fury. I was a child then, so I don't remember it very well. I lost my father then. And now that man is trying to cause the same disaster
Take
again.
note, that's the only bit of information that we've learned so far. Ever.
Sonic! Sonic! Wait! I can't run that fast.
Don't worry. Just raise your head and run.
What if Sonic actually tore her arm off? Because that's what it looks like.
Feels great, doesn't it?
Yes. I've never run so fast before.
Sexual innuendo?
Nothing starts until you take action. If you have time to worry, then run.
Whatever the hell that means. Yeah, that's a terrible lesson.
I've been looking for you. You're the Iblis trigger. Your actions will condemn us all.
Who are you?
My name is Silver. For the future of the world, I will destroy you.
Okay, here we go. So now we have Silver the Hedgehog make... Obviously this is his debut game, and we are doing his boss fight. Now, for this bit only, I am going to intentionally suck just to show you what it's like a first time player. So you're just running around, you know, you're trying to focus the camera on him. So you try to attack him, or at least go near him, but then he catches you. This is by far his most infamous attack ever. Here, when you get near him, he'll grab you, and he'll throw you against the wall, and you'll lose rings as a result. However, if you're pinned up against the wall, you're fucked. And you have no chance to escape. Hey, however, that problem is more noticeable whenever you actually have to, whenever you're in the air. If you're in the air, not only he will grab you and he'll throw you up to the invisible ceiling, because yes, you're in an invisible box, Silver will grab you again and you'll hit the ceiling with no rings and you'll lose a life as a result. This is by far the most infamous boss fight in the whole game, and it's all because of Silver's lines, because he's all, you know, "Ain't no use," or "How about this?" What you have to do is lure him to an area where there's a lot of items in the environment. He'll do his "How about this" attack, where he'll have objects around him and they'll try to launch them at you. That's your chance to homing attack him. Once you're homing attack him, I homing attack away from him. Because Silver does have invincibility frames, and so just homing attack him, homing attack away, lather, rinse, repeat. And that is Silver the Hedgehog in a nutshell. You might have a hard time with you'll obviously have a hard time with Silver when you first start off, or at least when you first play the game, but after that, he's not that hard. But anyway guys, that was part 2 of the Sonic 06 Let's Play. In part 3, we are gonna be doing more pointless crap, because literally that's what Sonic's story is all about. See you then.
Hey!
Is this a joke? How could someone like you cause the destruction of our world?
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter. For the sake of the future, the Iblis trigger must be destroyed.
Elise? Wait!
Ha! Don't you dare turn your back on me! It's time I finally put an end to this.
Stop!
Amy? Get out of my way, Amy. This is my mission.
Absolutely not!
Thanks, Amy. I appreciate it.